War is coming. You only have to choose a side.
What's happening, guys? Welcome to Popcorn Factor. The Last Kingdom sequel movie titled Seven Kings Must Die is now streaming on Netflix. Directed by Edward Bazalgette, written by Martha Hillier, and based on the Saxon stories by Bernard Cornwell, with Alexander Draymond reprised his role as Uhtred of Bebbanburg. Seven Kings Must Die picks up where the fifth season of the show left off, but with additional elements that weren't concluded in the series. The plot revolves around the death of King Edward, to who Uhtred had pointedly not sworn allegiance at the end of Season 5. His son, Ethelstan, played by Harry Gilby, has now taken power and is quickly cracking down, killing any who would stand against him in what becomes a religious conquest. Horrified by this, Uhtred is soon confronted with the promise he had made that he would swear allegiance to Edward's son and unite the lands. In this film alone, Uhtred's sword is stolen, his land and title are stripped away, and a conniving Danish king, Onlaf played by Pekka Strang, seeks to exploit him.
We have to choose a side.
Ingelmundr, the lover and Svengali of Ethelstan, also wants to turn the impressionable ruler against Uhtred. What occurs is a series of events rather than a story. If you haven't watched the TV show, itself adapted from novels by the author Bernard Cornwell, then keeping up with the web of allegiances, characters, and storylines will prove difficult. While there's lots of action and compelling storylines to keep us interested in the earlier part of the movie, how the Vikings and Saxons had time for fighting when they are spending so much time plotting and being generally devious is anyone's guess. It is in this big battle that both the cast and the effects and stunt teams really shine. Draymond, Gilby, and most notably Laurie Davidson, as Ethelstan's advisor Ingelmundr, are all convincing and complicated, never falling into the stereotypes of hero or villain, and their confrontations on the battlefield are as gripping as they are gruesome. But the tight runtime and narrative jump forward has seen the roster gutted, with favorites like Elswith, Edith, and Stiora unceremoniously dropped. The movie's climax is the Battle of Brunanburh, and the director Ed Bazalgette has done an excellent job of presenting the set piece spectacularly. The big battle includes gushing injuries, fierce sword battles, dramatic charges, and tautly coordinated fight scenes, which are all happening on the screen at once.
Beat them!
I really enjoyed the story to wrap up the show The Last Kingdom, a great end to a show I've personally loved for years now. There may have been some unnecessary changes to the storyline, but knowing the real Ethelstan didn't have children, I suppose this is why they chose that they could go down this route for inclusivity and to connect with modern audiences, but it delineates from historicity. The openness at least about this topic in the film maybe only slightly broke immersion. I started enjoying the film more as it went along, as it became a bit easier to follow, but it still felt rushed, and there was little to no character development, which isn't much of an issue if you've seen the original series. The film also lacked the strong female characters like Brita from the original series, and it seemed somewhat out of place that Uhtred didn't sleep with anyone, marry them, and then get them killed, although there is a mention of the demise the women in his life seem to have. This could have been something. The series is great, and I'm glad I watched the movie as I love the characters and actors. I just feel that they didn't do it justice. Popcorn Factor gives Seven Kings Must Die movie a rating of 7.5 out of 10.
Oh. Destiny, so?